Good evening, everyone. It is 6:30 p.m. I would like to welcome everyone to our regular city council meeting. It's located here in the council chambers at Kermit City Hall. If you don't mind, we'll do our pledge of allegiance to our flags, and Rodney Hayes will lead us in invocation, please.
With allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
That's right. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we ask that you be with everyone that is here tonight. We ask that you be with the council on decisions made, will be in all fairness to the citizens as well as for our city. We ask that you bless the upcoming holiday season that we are about to enter upon, that everybody will celebrate it in good terms, and remember, He is the reason for the season. We ask all of these things in your most precious name. Amen.
Thank you, sir. I know we have a few veterans in the room, and I'd like to read our proclamation for Veterans Day. Whereas the city of Kermit proudly recognizes the men and women who have served in the armed forces of the United States, defending our nation with courage, honor, and unwavering dedication. And whereas veterans from every branch of service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard and Space Force, have answered the call of duty, standing in harm's way to protect the freedoms and values we hold dear. And whereas the city of Kermit acknowledges the sacrifices made not only by those who serve, but also by their families who have endured long separations, relocations, and the uncertainty that accompanies military service. And whereas our veterans have continued to contribute to our community as leaders, mentors, exemplary citizens, bringing strength, skills, and character to the city of Kermit. And whereas Veterans Day provides an opportunity for all residents to join together in expressing gratitude and deep respect for those who have bravely worn the uniform of the United States. And whereas the city of Kermit remains committed to honoring our veterans today and every day, recognizing that our nation's security and prosperity are built upon the service and sacrifice. Now, therefore, I, David Holbrook, Mayor of the City of Kermit, Texas, do hereby proclaim November 11th, 2025 as Veterans Day in the City of Kermit, and encourage all citizens to pause, reflect, and honor the brave individuals who have served and continue to serve our great nation. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Kermit to be affixed this 20th day of November, 2025. Diane, thank you for that. I know we're all busy, but if those of you that were able to, and this was the first year that I've been able to participate in putting the flags out at the cemetery and going back and picking them up. If you get a chance to do that, it's pretty touching. So, thanks to all of y'all and Bobby, everybody that puts that together. I know your mom and dad are involved in that as well. So our veterans are pretty special to us. All right, moving on to item number 5 on our agenda is public comments. Do we have anyone that would like to speak tonight? Yes, ma'am. Come on up. Let you introduce yourself. I have 3 minutes.
My name is Tony Swingers. I was here October 23rd to present to you some evidence. I have not heard back from you, and I think I've given you due time. I'd like to put this on the record. I have, good luck, one for each of you. It's more organized this time, but it has one here. You can type on the commission. On October 23rd, 25, I presented evidence detailing the document errors in my personnel file. I requested that the city, under the Article 2.09.06, correct those according to the charter. As of today, I did not receive a written explanation, response, or determination regarding that submission. The charter outlines a clear process requiring either a correction with a written explanation, or a denial. I respectfully request that you do either or.
Yes. Thank you, Beth. Anyone else from the public? Okay. Moving on, are you ready for executive session, Mike?
We're gonna start with 6:45. You wanna come to the
Okay. We're gonna skip around and then go back to executive session at 6:45. Kind of, maybe we can knock out some of the stuff. Moving to item number 8 is the consent agenda. I would ask for y'all to review and give a motion to approve the minutes from special city council meeting on July 17th and the regular city council meeting on October 23rd. The accounts payable report and the investment report are in there, and I'll give y'all a chance to look through those.
Why are we just now getting the July minutes?
I completely forgot that I had them. We had meetings and I thought this one was not. Good.
On the minutes for October 23rd, on the second page, right in the middle of the page, Brenda's name is in all capital letters. It's spelled. Change my name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will fix that.
And then on page 4, item G, it says the city oof permit.
Okay, where is it at?
1, 2, 3, 4 lines down, halfway.
Two lines below item G.
What about the cellar at the cemetery?
Cemetery. So in the new part of the cemetery, there was a water line and there was a valve that was just open, and we had put a kind of like a 4x8 sheet of wood. But over the course of time with the sun, the heat, everything, it began to warp and fall apart. So we went in there and actually put a vault. It's a concrete vault with cinder blocks, and it's got a metal lid. We did that for a couple of reasons. One, for safety reasons, because it was wide open. It was probably 5 foot deep, and it was a hazard. So I instructed the staff to contract to get it filled in. So now it's got actually a steel lid on top that no one can just go and pick it up. You have to probably grab a backhoe to pull it off. And that's what that vault was for, is to close up that water line.
That's the water meter.
The water meter.
Thinking I may have a picture of it.
Why do you know if that was up there?
Yeah, it was a hazard.
Right along the fence there.
If you go by and take a look, you'll see the dirt is still out, and that's a project that they'll be working on the next couple of weeks. So they're gonna put the dirt back in.
They fixed it today.
So they went out there and fixed it today. So
2 weeks it's flown by. I'll find that picture, Kelsey. I'll send it to you.
On the one for Plain Wolf, it said, I guess it's something CPR and AED course, it's 800. Do we do that, or is that like half with the county, or?
no, it was ours. What we ended up doing is also for our intergovernmental risk pool with TML, we kind of get points. But what we ended up doing is putting a first aid kit inside each city vehicle. And a part of that was we had Lane Wolf come out, and he basically showed them how to use all stuff.
Okay.
They had videos that they showed us on and, you know, how to stop a wound, how to cut, all that type of stuff. So that was what that was. And that was held, I believe, Tuesday, Monday, maybe. Monday. So we had all our city staff go through there. So now there's a first safety kit in every city vehicle. The next thing we're about to do is go out and buy fire extinguishers for all the vehicles.
So
You
it's
might want to
basi-
look into a bloodborne pathogen kit as well.
Okay.
What?
Bloodborne pathogen kit, in case somebody comes across blood. And then, back on page 16, there's a Menarca remodeling, fixing doors, frame, $8,000. Front doors. 16.
Is that for the children?
Girl Scout hut, isn't it?
So those are the Girl Scout hut. The other half of the girls, normally what happens is that we will pay Menarca half and then the other half. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but we can go take a look. It may have been the animal shelter, the temporary animal shelter. But we'll double check that and we'll let you know.
And in here, and you just probably, what is Wex Bank?
Wex is our fuel card.
Oh. Well, I know there was a lot of them in there probably.
Because every city vehicle has a fuel card. So that's the reason you see so many of
All
them.
these numbers, like 16 of them.
Yes.
Okay. Fuel card.
So we're using Out West now for
I'm sorry?
euthanizing? Is it Out West now? Is that what we're gonna?
Utilization.
Is that what we're gonna- Mayor, if everyone's ready, I make the motion, we approve consent agenda A, B, and C.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda, which includes item A, B, and C as presented. All in favor? Any opposed? We'll start on new business. First item A is to discuss and consider resolution 2518, which is renewing our depository agreement with Citibank. Mike, you want to fill us in on that?
Mayor Council, this is simply a renewal of the depository agreement that we have with Citibank. It just renews it for another year. I can tell you that I visited with Leanne Dunbald, and we're of the opinion that next year we'll go back out to bid again. But this is just gets us another year, which is allowed in the depository agreement we currently have.
I make a motion, we approve resolution 2518.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second to approve resolution 2518, which covers the renewing of the depository agreement with Citibank. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We have time, but we're gonna try to quickly discuss and consider the purchase of the outdoor warning system from Federal Signal through HGAC contract number HB 08-25. Mike, you want to jump on that?
Yeah, we can probably get through the other two later. This is simply a contract. Federal Signal is our current outdoor warning system. The funny thing is that when you go look at the unit that's located on the police department, I think the serial number on it's like number 18. So that's how antiquated it is. But this would actually put a brand new outdoor warning system in Kermit. The map that we have, which I realized I didn't put it in there, my apologies. Will basically cover the four corners of Kermit and it'll blow in for warning. It also has the ability to get it on your phone. Those that are responsible for it can actually alarm the system through their phone as well. But we'll also have a dashboard inside the dispatch center that will also be able to set the alarm off. But this will be a complete replacement, and we would decommission the old system, and we'll install this as a new system.
So it's 4 new fire whistles. What about the original one at Walton Park? See, that was the original fire whistle purchased back in the, what, thirties or something? And I just wondered what, when we replaced it, what we would do with that one.
Yeah, everything that we have will be decommissioned, and, the price that you have on this is, I've informed Federal that we would decommission it ourselves. We'll take it down ourselves, so we'll have the ability to do something with it down the road.
I would like to keep that.
Yeah, because.
We'll figure out something to do with it.
It was the first warning system when that group was put, when it was put in, because firemen didn't have telephone. They
Yeah.
had to have service.
Yeah,
But that was, they said, the original one.
and just before anybody asks a question, I've been asked, and I'll make sure that we get the noon whistle
The
back.
new whistle.
I was fixing to ask that question.
The new whistle.
Almost like I read your
That
mind.
has been a comment, topic of conversation.
Yes.
Where's the noon whistle? When we get it back?
How to where are you plus? Gonna put these, I mean, like, north,
So they'll be located on the northeast corner,
Yeah.
the southeast corner, the northwest corner, and the southwest corner.
Plaza Vest.
They'll be located, well, they'll probably be pushed out a little further than that. I mean. and-
Cover the noon.
Yeah, and I've got a map, and I apologize for not putting it in there, so when we take our break, I'll get the map. Yeah, that's the map there, but it's kind of tough to see.
it'll still do the same thing, like three blasts for a fire.
It'll be, yeah, the same signals that we have.
Mark Gilson this map.
I'm sorry?
Did Mark Gilson this map?
No.
So are we looking at the lease to own option or right out?
It will be a
pay for it?
purchase.
Okay.
We budgeted for it in this year's budget.
Oh, okay,
We did budget to purchase a new warning system.
okay.
At a general fund,
Yes, ma'am.
but we're gonna do the lease to own.
No, it'll be an outright purchase.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did budget for that, so it'll be an outright purchase.
So that would be a total of.
185, 346.30.
I saw it, but I couldn't find it.
Okay. Any
Yeah,
further
right.
discussion on that?
What type of warranty? I haven't heard what type of warranty it all has.
Yes, it's, which one's one?
What's that have?
Okay. No, it's not in here.
I thought I saw something about warranty.
No, it's in here somewhere.
Years do you anticipate that this will be useful?
I'm sorry?
How many years do we anticipate that this?
When I was visiting with Brian at Federal Signal, he stated this system is good for about 20 to 25 years. I'll get that to you. I know I saw it somewhere, but I can't see it kind of that. Yeah, I know I read it somewhere.
It says a 5-year extended duration, but that gives you the main.
How long do they, like, they'll come in, like, 2-3 days a week on installation,
Yeah, they said it'll take about a week to install everything.
installed? What kind, are they gonna be some kind of a tower? Kinda
Maybe a
like
tower they
By
will,
the sheriff's
they will
department?
assemble. Maybe a tower they will assemble.
That's something we need, cause I know that one goes down quite frequently, or systems that we've got now.
And the one that we currently have, it's got dials on it, and I don't think anybody's actually tried to figure out what it is. We can't figure out where the dial's supposed to go. So that's the reason we lost the noon whistle, because it went down and we've never been able to get it back. And then I can tell you for a while, the noon whistle was taking place at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3 hours.
I didn't hear it.
Firefighters didn't like it very
Must
much.
have slept through it.
I think that automatically does their plate drop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The representative from the
I'm gonna
company.
make a motion that
within
we,
the 50 years.
Purchase the warning system.
A motion and a second to approve the purchase of the outdoor warning system from Federal Signal. under contract HPO 8-25 for a total of $185,346.30. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. And at this point in time, it is 6:50. We're going to adjourn and enter into executive session, and we should be back out there. Yes. All right, it is 8:53 PM. We're going to reconvene into regular session from executive session. Do we have any business to discuss from executive session?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion on a topic that was brought up in executive session, and that is to, do an 8% increase to go into effect in December for the city manager.
I'll second.
With a motion and a second to authorize a pay increase of 8% to the city manager effective December 1st of 2025. All in favor? Any opposed? Any other business out of executive session? I think that's it, correct? Okay, so moving back to our new business. Item 9 on the agenda, subsection C, is to discuss and consider adoption of a master park plan, which is presented by Kinley Horn and Associates. You'll have a packet in front of us. Mike, I'll let you kind of walk us through that if you don't mind.
Mayor Council, the master park plan that you have before you, it was kind of a long endeavor. We've been working with Kimley Horn, and we had, I believe, one meeting with the Parks and Recreation Board on this. But this is a culmination that we will of a long process, but we're now at the final product. And this master park plan that we have will be used for grant writing. Is the primary thing, and it also gives us a vision and a pathway by which we will look at expanding our parks, maintaining the current parks that we have, and we're excited to bring it before you because of the fact that this is a vision of the city that we want to tell people that, you know what, we do care about quality of life. And so you have before you the master park plan kind of details. You have your different chapters. I hope that you'll have a chance to take a look at it. We do want to acknowledge the council for the work that they did, Kimley Horn for the work that they continue to do in developing this. We spent some time with them. Staff looked at the chapters, we read through them, we provided recommendations, suggestions on the editing of it. But I hope that you're pleased with the product. I know that myself, as part of the city staff, is pleased with what Kimley Horn has brought before us. And I'm available for any questions that you may have.
I think starting off with the mayor's letter at the front makes this whole thing worthwhile.
It brings it all together.
Just brings the whole thing together.
I must have missed that.
Oh, it's at the very first sheet if you want to go back.
Here it is.
I want to go back. Page 6, if you're looking, but, so like Mike said, this is a comprehensive study, evaluation, and implementation of future, parks, development, maintenance, and things of that nature for the city of Kermit. It is separate of our Vest Park project that we're talking about, although it's inclusive. This is all the parks as a whole in the city of Kermit. And, I again echo Kimley Horn, or the thanks to Kimley Horn, the Parks and Rec Board, the council members have served on that as well. Mike, staff, I know y'all have gone above and beyond, trying to help us get this put together. I'm excited, like the letter says, it's going to be a great place for us to call home. And that's been my goal all along. I've talked about the quality of life in Kermit. And I truly believe it starts with your parks and recreation. It's what's going to bring the young blood into town and help take some of the burden off the older population and allow this city to continue to begin to thrive again instead of either being stagnant or going backwards. So there's a lot in here to look at, but I would ask y'all to kind of glance over it, but I would like to see a motion to adopt the master park plan tonight before we leave if possible, because we will have another meeting before almost the end of the year.
Make a motion, we adopt the master park plan presented by Kimley Horn and Associates.
We have a motion and a second by Mr. Treadwell to approve the master park plan as presented by Kimley Horn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Mike, thanks again. If you'll pass along our thanks to Kimley Horn. Thank y'all. Item 10 on the agenda is administrative reports. Like I said, in the past, we've made staff available, but these reports are in your packet. Hopefully you've looked at them. If you've got any questions, comments about the package from Staff members, they're here to answer any questions. And I'll give y'all a minute and then we'll move on. It's getting late.
We scrapped the lids yet?
For the water,
Yes.
they took those, right?
He didn't take the lid, right?
Yep.
That's the lid.
So they just picked up the meters, we still have the plastic meters and the lids and the cast iron meters. They only took the brass,
Oh, okay.
but,
So we'll take that.
Okay, so we'll take that.
so he's coming back to that. Not the lids and the plastic ones.
I'm on animal control. Do you want to give us a quick update on the building? Just kind of highlight that program.
We will, we've done the drain, they've completed the drain for the building, the water and the gas meter have been capped for relocation, or you provided them a new avenue, right, on the
Yes.
water? And Monday, we believe we will be starting the rest of the concrete. He was working on the forms and the rebar so they can go in for Monday. Now, we may be delayed a day or two because we are anticipating rain on Monday as well, so it depends on how much we get and what the percentage is. It's kind of been changing. It started off that it was only gonna be 30, but now they're saying it was 45.
And they did, the drains went in, they did pour the concrete in that section.
That's
correct?
already
This is
complete.
just the
The
additional
rest of the
concrete.
building, yes.
Is the building here yet?
Not yet.
But it's ready to ship when we're ready, I think, right?
Well, I think it's expected to ship sometime anytime now.
Any day
They
now.
told us to be mid-November when they would drop ship the steel.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Any other questions about the department? Okay. No other issues. We'll move on. Item 11 is any public comments. Anyone here to speak on anything that's not on the agenda? Okay, we'll move on. No one present. Item 12 on the agenda is anything from council, city council manager, assistant city manager. Jaime, do you have any comments or things you'd like to talk
I
about?
do, I would like to take time to express my appreciation and gratitude to our staff, especially the street and parks folk, the water staff, because they came together. And, I know y'all already saw the lights being hung up down Poplar and Austin Mall, the decorations up here. They definitely stepped it up when we needed them to, and they got it completed except for the flags and banners. So I would like to say thank you to them for that.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mike, anything?
I do have a couple things. If you remember, we've got a workshop tomorrow. Begins at 4:30. The chamber Christmas parade, of course, will be Thursday, December the 4th. And we will have the ceremonial tree lighting ceremony. So if anybody's interested, we're gonna turn the lights off so the mayor can turn the lights back on.
New tradition.
We'll have, of course, we'll have hot chocolate like we always do out there for people to come in. That'll take place on December the 4th. I don't know if you noticed in your report, but the sweeper is scheduled to be here mid-January.
Awesome.
So we're pretty excited about that, getting our sweeper in here. Of course, just so you know, for Thanksgiving, which is next week, we'll be closed definitely Thursday and Friday, but we'll be closing at noon on Wednesday as well. We'll put that out there on social media, which of course we'll thank Sarah Lee because our social media has been extremely active. And so that's what we're wanting to get to happen. And so we're finding a lot of people actually now getting information from there, which helps out because there's no other avenue to be able to communicate to. So it's been very active. So we'll put that out there as well. The demolition of the nursery facility, they're currently in the asbestos phase, removing asbestos. This was their second week. They informed us that when they started that they would take about 3 weeks, probably no more than 4 to do the asbestos abatement. We've got 2 roll-offs out there that we continue to haul off as they're ready to to get done. So we'll haul it off and bring it back. Once they finish that, they're gonna demo the building, clean it out completely. They say that'll take less than 2 weeks. So we're hoping before Christmas even begins, that they'll be completely cleared lot. And so we'll have that completed. Of course, the next phase will be, what do we do with it? So you might get your thinking cap.
The asbestos removal's going as kind of,
Yes,
as planned.
yes.
You gotta be off.
Oh, that's right. They're off next week. They're working until Sunday of this week, but they're gonna be off all next week for Thanksgiving. So, but then they'll come back following week. It should wrap it up and get it done. Our metering system, it's working fine. We've got almost every single meter done. Last I looked this morning, we had 2,850 meters completed that were online that we're able to detect. We did have some issues on some of the other meters that we weren't finding, but Premier Waterworks showed up on Monday. Is that right? They were here on Monday. So they went out and kind of did some troubleshooting on those meters that we weren't able to pick up, and I think they've got it fixed, right?
It was like 89 that the computer wasn't picking up.
And they picked it out and they fixed it.
We magnetized them, we pretty much reset them, so the tower can pick them up.
And when is that app gonna roll out?
So, well, and it's funny you say that because we had that conversation today. I contacted Ronnie Moore, who is the president of Premier Waterworks, and I had suggested to him that we go ahead and roll out the app to the employees and council to kind of give it a test run. And so he said that's a great idea. He would get back with me. Well, he got back with me. So the plan is to give him a call tomorrow and say, okay, where's this at? So you may get a text message or an email from me telling you where you can download that app and type in your address, and I don't know if we have account information, but that way you can go out there and download the app and start seeing it on your phone so you can let people know how it works. We can test it out here first before we do a full rollout.
You get the decimal in the right place.
We did, make sure of that. We are also, just kind of so you know, we did budget. We started looking, TML was a launching point for us. We did find some park vendors there. But we started meeting with some vendors that were looking at going through all the parks and replacing the picnic tables, the benches, the trash receptacles, and looking if we have some money remaining, we'll end up putting kind of the umbrella awnings over the picnic tables. As you know, as an example in Plaza, we do have some concrete picnic tables. We will demo those and put up the other picnic tables on there. So we start looking at that. They'll all be the same color. They'll be the same design. And they'll find that across each park that we have right now. And also we're gonna put trash receptacles at the cemetery. So we'll have some out there as well. So, and the other thing is that, age is nothing to joke about. What was I gonna say? Anyway, so we've got that part done. So we'll get that going and look forward to that. So I think, Mayor, that's all I've got. I do want to express my appreciation for the council for the work that we put forward in this city. And it's hard to believe that I've been here 2 years. My wife told me that the other day. She said, I can't believe you've been there 2 years already. I said, yeah. Next week will be 2 years. So I do appreciate the confidence that you placed in me. And I can tell you that I couldn't get it done if it weren't for the staff that I have. And so I do want to say appreciation to them as well, because I think they see the vision. And if they see the vision, it's much easier to get the job done. So, but I'm part of myself. I do want to thank you for what you've done. Thank you.
We're back in 12 years and won't believe it's been 14.
All right.
Robbie, you got anything?
Well, I wanted to reiterate on what Jaime said about the Christmas decorations. They went up, and what impressed me is they nice as they did last year. So that just proves they were stored correctly, and that falls back on city staff as well. I wanted to thank the city for the TML conference. This, I think, was one of the best. It was the best one I have ever attended. The itinerary and programs they offered were, to me, were very beneficial, but they could come down more on smaller town topics than topics that Dallas-Fort Worth, the bigger metroplexes. It seemed like it was more small town oriented. Anyway, I appreciate it, and the city sending off council and city employees that were able to attend. Want to thank y'all for yesterday. Thought it was very nice, and it's always nice to have a luncheon like that for city and staff to get together, that they can just relax, kind of let their hair down and enjoy the festivities and the upcoming holidays. And then, there was a gentleman had asked me, and I believe I've spoken with Mr. Mayor, with the mayor and with Mike about a, maybe future little project to do an update or remodel at our cemetery. I had noticed it our last Memorial Day. We're getting some of our residents that are elderly, and it's hard for them to go out for a Memorial Day service. There's no seating. And trying to sit on the tailgate of a pickup for some of them, it's kind of hard to do. So it's been suggested maybe if we could do a little remodel, which I don't think will involve too terribly much, of the memorial marker area with some permanent benches. And then it could be used Veterans Day, Memorial Day, this type thing at the old cemetery. And I had noticed it, but just had not put two and two together to bring it forth to maybe do that as a little project to update that little section of the old cemetery. That was all I had to bring up.
Thanks, sir. Ms. Kelsey?
I brought my boys to come look at the Christmas lights when they got put up, and I was stopped because they're like, slow down, you're going too fast. We got to take in every bulb. And I just creeped along here, and we stopped at the end. They were checking out the carolers down here in front of the PD, and there was a police officer that was sitting outside. I guess they didn't notice that I'd just been sitting there for a few minutes, and they came over and said, "Hey, ma'am, is everything okay?" And I just want to say that I think that that's really going above and beyond to check on the people that are just parked out front. So thank you to them for that, and thank you to the city staff for putting up all the Christmas lights. Like Rodney said, they have restored well. They look fantastic still. I'm so proud of how our small town is celebrating, and thank you to the staff for all the hard work everyone continues to do. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Reed?
Just to add to that, the elf run sign looks great out there as well. That like, and that just kind of, I like it. So, I mean,
Wind knocked it down.
oh no,
Today?
Today.
Good thing I got a picture of it.
yes.
Wind
And then Tara did it.
It just knocked it down.
Y'all are just bringing in that Christmas
The elf
vibe
run.
to the city, and it's nice. Thank y'all.
Miss Judy, anything?
I just want to thank everybody again. We're doing great things here in Kermit, and I'm happy to be serving on this council with all these people. I feel like we make a good team, and I just appreciate everyone. And everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, ma'am. Rick?
It's an honor serving on this council because we're all wanting the same thing, the betterment of Kermit. We work together. I think there's been one time anybody's raised their voice here or in executive session. It's been like a well-oiled machine. I appreciate Jaime taking his job over and doing it to the best of his ability, It seems like every time Mike asks you something, you have this answer for him. So, and of course, the water department, streets, everything, looks good. Appreciate it. And the law enforcement, they're out.
They are.
I see them pull them people over all the time, so.
I think I saw you pull over too, almost at the same time this afternoon, in front of the school or the stadium. Had one pulled over, an officer came to take his spot, and no more pulled out parking lot, pulled another one over. So we appreciate that.
Mayor, real quickly, I forgot to mention one thing. My apologies.
That'd be how great I am.
Yeah. I wanted you to be aware, and we'll let the public know as well also. I received a letter from the executive director from TxDOT, Mark Williams, who was sent out to all the municipalities. There is a federal mandate that on streets, that there only be safety markings on the streets. And so I tell you that because we've already met with the superintendent. He's aware of this. But between the high school and junior high, where there was traditionally marking, they go out there and paint, senior class of 2028, that type of stuff. Probably during the Christmas break, we have to go through, we have to seal coat all that, not seal coat, but fog seal, and cover it all up, and then paint the stripe back. As well as we, right on the other side, Dairy Queen between that and the football stadium. If we don't do that, that jeopardizes potential federal grants for any municipality that doesn't follow that edict. And so just so you know, you may get some calls, comments about why we covered it up, but understand that we're kind of, our hands are tied. We either are able to pursue federal grants in the future, or we give it up in order to leave the paint on the street. And so, we've made a decision that we're going to go ahead and paint it, cover it up, put the stripes back on, and then paint just the safety markings that is required by TxDOT and and DOT also. So I want to make you aware that I forgot about it till right now, but I think it's important that you know that, because you may have some people coming to you asking why we covered all that up.
Can we get an address, an email address or something we can forward on to anybody that might have a gripe or complaint that they can call so they know that we're just not feeding them a line of
State
bull?
representative.
Yeah.
Or something like
I've got
that.
a letter from Mark Williams, and we may be able to post out there as well. It's come from the federal government.
Dr. Muniz is on board.
So they can never paint the streets again?
Nope,
Never.
Oh,
I want, can they paint their own parking?
yes.
Now,
And
if it's on
that's gonna-
school property, they can do it all day long. They're not able to do it on
behind
city
the high
streets.
school.
Okay.
So if any streets that the city maintains, there can only be safety markings. And
Yeah.
Dr. Muniz is understanding completely behind it, and he said that they'll just put them onto the parking lots.
Perhaps
Okay.
tomorrow we can get our social media guru to draft up something and get it out in advance and maybe attach that letter.
Yeah,
Something like that,
definitely.
because it's gonna come up.
That is a tradition
It
that
is.
goes back
And
into the 50s.
And it's not just in Kermit, it's
It's a nation.
everywhere. If you're on Facebook, you see the school districts having to paint over students' artwork. Autism, it doesn't matter what it's for, if it's not a state safety mandated, template, it's not allowed. And so it's our big government. Elf Run, Saturday, December 13th, even though the sign blew down, we're still gonna have it. December 4th, is the Christmas parade. I'd like to bring that up. There's other things that I had on my list, but everybody's covered them. Miss Taylor started on the mural, Tuesday. Of course, the storm got her this afternoon, but as I was driving by this evening, they were back out there again, even after the storm passed. So they're doing that. It's exciting to see the new construction going on. I know I posted the other day with, HTO and the Domino's. Their steel went up. They put the roof on today. They got their plumbing ready to be inspected by Caesar. All that. So all that's going on. It's nice to see those things. Rodney, Mike and I had been mentioned or had already communicated to Kimley Horn about the cemetery and taking a look at that. So I appreciate, former Councilman Slaughter and some other people bringing that to our attention. So, anybody else got anything else? We have one more item on the agenda.
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 9:16 p.m.
4:30 tomorrow.
4:30 tomorrow. Yeah, we do have, and we can talk about it tomorrow, but I know Karina, I think, is gonna be out of town.